So JLL's across multiple countries across the world. So why did you choose South Korea?
Didn't really choose it. So the first role that they offered me was something in Hong Kong, and I didn't take that because I didn't like the role. It was to be like the head of industrial research for Asia. And I thought, oh, that sounds a bit, maybe that would be a lot more exciting now. But back then, industrial wasn't really a very sexy asset class. It was probably the ugly duckling of the office, retail, and industrial three. Yeah. So I didn't take that, and then Korea came up, and it was around May when it came up, and they said, why don't you go over there and have a look? So they flew me over there. And, this was 2007, pre-GFC, when, people really gave the corporate credit card a hard working. And they showed me a good time. And I thought, I can live here. And May is actually a beautiful time of the year to be in Korea in terms of the weather. It's perfect. Yeah. So I took up that opportunity, and, I thought probably it was a stepping stone to somewhere else, like within Asia, I guess. But ended up staying there for 11 years. And, from that role, then moved into a JLL tenant rep. So when the GFC happened, a lot more expensive people were let go, and I was, I guess, a relatively cheap resource for them to keep in the country at the time. So they said, why don't, and I was sort of doing a little bit of help with tenant rep, like when people from overseas would come, I would help out with like doing the tours of the market and stuff like that. They said, well, why don't you just do that as well? So I'm like, okay. So I did. And, eventually it was a good time to cut your teeth in transactions because there wasn't a lot of transactions happening. So the company had very low expectations in 2009 of sort of the amount of runs on the board that you could get. Yep. But one good thing that JLL did have was a good network of regional clients. So there were these opportunities to actually just do some transactions. And that was sort of how I built up a bit of track record and then built from there.